Welcome back to Horror Talks Live. Tonight we're reviewing Sting, a 2024 horror picture directed by Kia Turner Roach. The thriller starts off with an asteroid cluster passing Earth. Hijacking the ride is an alien spider that crash lands through a window of a New York apartment building. There, we get introduced to Charlotte, played by Elijah Brown, who adopts the spider as a pet and calls him Sting. Fair enough. Thinking it's just an ordinary spider, the arachnid gets bigger each time it eats, thus arousing the fear and anxiety of everyone within the apartment complex. Now, the apartment building um, matches the horror of the film, starting with the claustrophobic cinematography that takes us directly into the ventilation system. It's ominous, it's dark, and in many ways acts as an abyss or a haunted cave. This location is the central focal point that emanates dread, fear, and tension, more so than the monster itself, which is saying a lot. Now, the intensity was so great that it soared right through my skin. Okay, and the sound design helped add to the horror, which created a balance of what was seen and heard. Now, the movie is jam-packed with jump scares. So if you're into these kinds of movies that keep you at the edge of your seat, then Sting is right for you. Okay. And there were a few jump scares scenes that really interested me. But I'll focus on this one where Sting is secured in this container. He moves and the glass cracks. That's where I had felt a true horror of the movie. The second one was when Gunter, and here's a picture of the character right here. And as you can tell, she has this gothic, stoic look about her, thus making her the ideal victim of this monster. And she's played by actress Robin Nevin, okay? And she is a talented actress, I'll say that. All right. Anyhow, she gets dragged into the ventilation shaft, cocooned in this slimy, sticky webbing to be eaten later. She just hangs there, silent, not moving at all. And this scene, in turn, represents fear and helplessness, which I thought was really good. Okay, and not to mention, it's when the vent shaft becomes a dungeon. Now, the thing is this: is that what really impressed me with this whole movie was them using Sting, actually using a puppet, to play Sting. And to me, that added more realism to the character versus CGI, which would have given that cartoony appearance. And of course, that sticky, slimy substance that exuded from its mouth gave this 1980s alien feel with Sigourney Weaver and company. Okay, so that worked out well, if you ask me. Now, the pacing started off slow with the Bugman, who establishes this comic relief mood, and then halfway into the movie, it starts picking up. All right. Now, Sting had a way of, keeping me at the edge of my seat, and I didn't know I didn't know how this movie was going to end, to tell you the truth. But I did pick up on one thing: child neglect. We notice Charlotte is or feels neglected. When she sees her parents still paying attention to her newborn brother, and he's stealing all their attention and everything. She didn't know how to cope with this change, so she isolates herself, adopts a spider as a pet, and then the drama builds up from there. Okay, and but there's this weakness that I noticed in this whole film, and it's kind of corny, and that's when Charlotte takes it upon herself to act as Rambo with this insecticide-laced squirt gun, and well, to me, I think it would have been more logical for her to call the authorities to handle this monster themselves. Okay. But anyhow, it worked out well. Now, on the scare scale of 1 to 5, I'll give it 4.5 because every element of the movie worked out well. Okay. The acting was great and the performances were memorable. So if you're into movies like Arachnophobia, Infestation, Species, then Sting is right up your alley. Okay. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Horror Talks Live.